Everyone, in this video I'm going to show you tips how to beat Eternal Glory Zhao Yun. This is such a memorable boss fight. Reminds me kind of the final boss in Bloodborne, especially the arena. He's a very aggressive boss, doesn't even give you kind of a breather, and even if you have lots of potions, if you're unable to again do well here, it's just going to destroy you. But I'm going to share the build that makes it much easier for you if you're struggling with this boss. Aside from being so much fun, there are lots of rewards, including his armor set. The one that you actually see here look very similar to him. What a beautiful arena. You also get a powerful magic spell, Echo of Zhao Yun. And for me, the most favorite one is Spear, because this is my favorite weapon in the game. So it's a kind of a toxic at the bottom, which deals blight damage. And you can actually see it here. If you look at the tip, it's kind of a toxic gas coming from it. You see? Amazing. And aside from that, you'll be able to finally unlock the final temper slot in the game. So the one at the top, so you can actually edit something there, which is great. Now I use a Great Axe build, and basically the Imperial Great Axe, which is amazing. I'm using more of a brute force type of gameplay. I know sometimes it seems like it's not the way, but it actually works for me well. Still, you need to pay attention to the moves, but basically in terms of mitigation, go with stab and slash. Also blunt extra can help, and also frostbite, because it actually happened to me with the gameplay that I'm going to show you. The moment I actually beat it is with frostbite, believe it or not, because it just cuts your stamina. High on damage, as you can see here, 3 of them damage. Spell for protection, but also if I want to heal, you don't have time to heal. But if you have that and you want to heal, you'll be safe to heal. It also prevents you from getting staggered, and it can easily get staggered if for some reason. It can easily break your pose. Even if I put such a high pose, it still broke it. So I just decided I'm just going to go with it. This is my skill tree. Alright, you can see pretty invested both in, and again, health and endurance for stamina. Very important for X build. Here I would make changes. I actually came with not optimized build, believe it or not. I always forget for some reason. I would definitely extend the duration, and I go with leeching and extend the duration. And also the agility there, which is not good again because I didn't change it. But definitely go with something that increases your attack power. That would be a better one, in my opinion. Again, just extra damage. So it could have been even faster. Alright? You do have the option to use L1, by the way, to have kind of iframes invincibility. I didn't use it. You also have another spell that give you kind of frames that were invincible, but I was fine with that. I think it's actually a good choice of a build to relatively finish it fast. Here I went with damage, defense, and also leeching. Alright, now for tips for the fight. If you can, by the way, pop the shield before you enter, and leeching when you're close to him will be better, so it lasts longer. And here, by the way, just mentioning that I actually was getting frostbite because my armor wasn't good enough in terms of frostbite. So pay attention to it and invest a bit in that, so it won't happen that frequently or at all. And of course, if you're going to avoid the damage, it won't actually happen. But just in case, it's worth it. So I'm very aggressive with him, alright? I actually learned, of course, how to avoid certain of these moves, which is essential. So practice makes perfect here. However, believe in the leeching. Believe in the leeching. And once you finish the combo, especially the last attack of the combo, kind of stagger him. And this allows you kind of, again, a breather. There aren't a lot of breathers here in this fight. But once you finish this combo, you're going to get a breather. Also, he kind of gets stunned. And when he kind of gets stunned, he kind of goes into a state where he kind of put the defensive. If you attack the defensive, it's kind of hit you and goes back. Now, because I'm very aggressive, I didn't even pay attention to it, and I didn't mind actually it happens. So as you can see here, I'm finishing the first stage very fast. All by just almost pure brute force. But do pay attention to his attacks, because after he finishes his combo, you kind of have a window, a small window, where you can attack. When he's not that aggressive. I mean, relatively, yeah. You see, I'm getting frostbite. You see, it cuts my stamina into half. You see the problem? Because I didn't put anything there, so don't be in this state. I still was able to manage it, but you know, it's not nice. Now the bubble, when again, I prefer putting the bubble When he attacks me, I can use it, by the way, because it causes kind of mini stagger and a bit of damage, but no, it's not about the damage. But basically, when I kind of, he's not doing anything, I'll pop it up. Depends. I definitely prefer using the healing because just giving more health rather than putting the shield. But if I have time to put them both, I'm going to put them both. Also, don't forget to use your temper to get the leeching back. So yeah. Also here, hesitation is defeat. Not a lot of breather moments, so I don't gonna give him breather moments. I'm just going aggressive on him. Leeching really helps for survivability here. And basically that's it. The fight is just, over in no time when you do that. Now, because the damage is high, you're also going to get the stagger, which also pushes the damage even higher. And you don't even need to deal with some of his crazy attacks, hopefully, yeah? But once he does his crazy attack with the spawns, I personally prefer just dodging them all. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget there's after that, there's kind of a slash. It just directly goes towards you with the spawn. So make sure to avoid that. But this is like the hardest thing you need to pay attention to. Other than that, it's quite similar to the first one. It might take you several tries. Sometimes, again, you can make mistakes. And if you make mistakes in this fight, you're going to get punished, of course. So, again, do your best. Practice a bit. Learn to avoid some of the moves. They're kind of really not hard to learn tempo. But as long as you are greedy and you don't like, heal at the wrong time, you should be fine. Thanks for watching. Good luck.